Okay, guys. So, hi, how you doing? I got a channel message. I'm giving y'all an update of what's going on. I know you guys saw the a couple of videos that I made. I'm looking through my phone now. I made a video about my mail being tampered. I opened up my mail, and my mail was open. It was a chime card in the mail, and it was open. Where I'm here to give you guys an update, a rundown of what's going on. Floyd Harmon Jr., and I'm guessing this is, she's a Jezebel spirit. That's the only thing I can see about that. That she's a Jezebel spirit. For the kind of conflict that I've been going through, you can tell what type of spirit you deal with. Okay, and she's a Jezebel. And I was sitting down today, and I'm saying, well, I'm going to say this. I was watching Tiffany and Tuna Reader. I posted her on my page the other day. And I'm going to post one of her readings that I'm literally listening to right now. Right before I did. But that's what brought me to do this reading. Because I stay going back and listening to the messages that this young lady put out. Because I'm literally going through that experience of what she's saying and what's going on. She said that I was going to get a call from the bank. And I got a call. I got a phone call from Bank of America. Okay? And I'm going to post that picture of that phone call. I'm going to screenshot my phone call of that day and time of the Bank of America calling my phone. And it was on a Saturday morning around 7 something, I knew for sure. And I was like, Bank of America's not open on Saturday? And I said, well, no, they probably are. They're open on Saturday. I think it was Saturday or Sunday. I was like, okay, well, they probably are. They always have like these customer service lines. So if you're having any trouble on your apps, you could call those numbers, and sometimes there's availability at that time. It really depends on what state or state that you're living in. Okay, and so moving forward from there, so y'all, I'm like, okay. So I listened to the message today again, and I'm sitting down. I'm walking from the store. I come home and I noticed, today, this morning, it was just like get up. Like I knew I was talking to my person. I knew I was talking to my person in my sleep. I can feel when I'm talking to him. I can feel it. And he's supposed to be, some type of spiritual spouse or what have you. And it was like, get up, get dressed. And I got up. I was up at 5 something in the morning, and I'm watching the news. I watched the news. And while I'm getting dressed, I'm like, why am I getting dressed? Like, I'm not about to do no reading. I'm not about to do this. I'm not about to do that. But I'm just getting dressed. Not knowing what was set in stone for me today or nothing. So I kept hearing, check your card. Check your card. Check your card. So, y'all, it's not dawning on me like I get paid today. I'm like, I know I don't get paid today, but I got paid 3 days ago. I got paid on the 23rd. So they're telepathically telling me the comic or the Jezebel and my person telling me to call my card. So these people, like I told y'all, they know I'm breaking the story down. They know that he know that I know he working with her, and he's taking my sexual energy to this company, to the Jezebel. He knows I know that for sure. So now it comes natural for them to start saying certain shit to me in the spirit, or antagonizing me in the spiritual realm, telepathically, not spiritual realm, but telepathically, saying certain things to me. But past that, so yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, I got into it with the maintenance lady. Well, she's supposed to be a landlord or whatnot. And I didn't really get into with her because I'm not a conversational person. So I was on the phone, and my bathroom my toilet got stopped up. You know, we're ladies. You know, I'm not gonna go into details of what happened, all that, whatever. But my toilet got stopped up, and I ended up calling the office, and I talked to a certain particular person to send someone to my home. So they sent someone immediately. So when the person the guy got here, he immediately fixed the toilet or whatever. And I get a knock on the door, and I just jump up and go up to the door. You know, I'm thinking that's my friend here. My friend is coming because I'm on the phone with my son. And I'm saying, oh, damn, he made it here that fast. So I'm like, well, hold on to my baby. I'm like, hold on, baby, let me answer the door. So I go to the door, and it's the landlord. So I'm like, yeah. I say, hey. And she's like, is he in here? And I'm like, who? The maintenance guy? She's like, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, hold on. And I'm started saying hello. And it's like, well, where you doing? Where you at? I can't hear you. And I'm started saying, hey, can you hear me? Hello, hello. So I close the door a little bit to let her, I'm like, hold on. Like, we're telling her to hold on. She just walks in. And she just started yelling at me. Talking all loud in here, you know. And it's already kind of empty in here, so you can really just get an echo. So I'm standing in my living room at my bedroom door. She's in my bedroom at the bathroom door, screaming and yelling. So I turned around and I said, "What are you doing? Why are you yelling?" I said, "You're the only one yelling in here. Why are you yelling?" I said, "I'm right here." And I cut the camera on. I hung up the phone with my son. And while she was yelling, I said, oh, okay, I see what this is. So I hung up the phone with my son. And I noticed she got like a little pink tablet in her hand. You know, and I feel like you're trying to troll me and fuck with my energy and, you know, get me riled up and get me frustrated. You know, because you see that they really know that they couldn't get me evicted out of my home. So you got people that where I live at, you try to bring people against me to bring me conflict because they can't push me out of my home. Everything worked it out for me where I could maintain my home and pay my bills on time, you know, and get things in order for myself. And they couldn't push me out of my home. They couldn't do too much to me or towards me or say anything because they don't got nothing on me. You know, I'm trying. I'm doing my best. And they just trying to bring me conflict. And and it's all because of the message that I've been really putting out, y'all. I've been really exposing a lot of shit about them intruding, invading my space and privacy. So they took it upon themselves. She took it upon herself to, you know, start yelling and screaming in my house. And, you know, I cut the camera on and I put the camera right on her face, you know, because when I post the video, you're going to see the camera in her face because by the time I looked up, it cut the camera on. She was walking out because she knew once that camera came on, that was it. You shut your mouth or you get exposed. And I don't know if she know about I do readings or whatever. I don't know. But today she's going to find out because she's about to be on my social media page. So moving forward from that, y'all, I told her, I said, don't you ever feel that comfortable to talk to me like that in my house. Don't you ever do that again. And you're going to hear me talk to her. And the same way I'm talking to y'all, the same way I talk to her. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me before I go on in this message. I don't know what people put me out there to be. But when you done had dealt a good hand of life, I'm talking about a great hand of conflict or war in your life, you know how to go against the enemy. You know how to position yourself and stand up and don't blink at that enemy. You understand me? And that's what I did. I took control of the situation because you wasn't going to handle me. I had to set the tone for her. So she get ready to walk out my home and you can see me walking behind her with the camera and she goes to slam my door. And so I walk outside and I end up asking, I said, Miss Kim here? Because she turned around and looked at me like, as to say, like, I dare you to touch me. Like, you know what I mean? And baby, I want them to tell you something about me. one thing about me, I'm not just to get out here. I'm a woman first. I always said I'm a woman first. And you wasn't aggressive to put your hands on me. So I don't feel threatened by you. Second of all, it ain't no competition with me and you. I'm a woman and you up here acting like a wild animal. Okay? That's the difference between me and you and me being a woman. You came in my home, in my turf, and disrespect me. So automatically you was in the wrong. You was in the wrong. You came out the office into my home riled up. You know, so going forward from that, I was outside and I can hear when I'm asking her, is the lady in the office, Miss Kim is here. And she's like, oh, she's not here. I said, well, you better be lucky she's not here. And she said, oh, what? I said, oh, don't worry about it. I got something for you. Don't worry about it. So I called the police. I called the police. And I showed them the footage. And the way that the conversation went, it always lead for you, for they always make room for the ones that's being attacked. That's how I know they wasn't no good cops. Because they knew what was going to go on. They knew what was going to go on. They knew that what was happening before it even happened. It was more like they are aware of what they're doing. So they're allowing them to get away and make me feel uncomfortable to keep calling them for them to set themselves up. Okay? And that's what's happened. They setting themselves up by, doing certain things towards me. And so I'm showing the guy the video and he's telling me, oh, well, you messed up when you walked out of your home and walked to approach her. I said, no, that's not what that is. He said, well, tell me what happened. I said, she was standing right here on the sidewalk. I walked out the home. As you can see the video facing her as me walk out the home. And as I'm directed to him, he's like, yeah, that's about right. I'm walking towards her and she stood there and she turned around. And he can see that she turned around and she faced me. And I had the camera turned to her and I'm walking straight. But if she was to put her hands on me or push me, it would have all been filmed. So she didn't do any of that. Some way, somehow, she ended up walking ahead of me. And I said, it's Miss Kim was in the office and or whatever. And I said, you better be glad that she's not here. And I left it alone like that. And I walked back in my home and I called the authority or whatever. And, that's what I told the authorities, what I'm telling y'all. And so I went from there. And so all of that to say, I'm looking at an organized crime. I had got paid prior to this day. So I got up the next day to tell the property manager, the one that run the whole situation, the units, her the same thing. And I told her, I'd rather not deal with her. I'd rather deal with you. I'm not a confrontational person. I have panic attacks. My nerves get bad. I can't stand the yelling and the screaming and the arguing. I just can't. I did so much of that in my life and in relationship to the point where, when you get older, you start going through things and you become awakened. You're not yourself. You change. And that's a good statement because you do change. Your mind change, your heart change, your spirit change. Everything about you change when you come awakened. And yes, I can't really just say nobody don't know me really. Anything anybody can say about me is about my past. Nobody can say, well, oh, I see her. I'm going to tell you who can really say anything about me really too. And he really probably can't say too much either because he didn't know me like that. But my person, he can say, well, I'm going to tell you right now. Eric ain't supposed to argue. Eric ain't supposed to get up there and do all that hooping and hollering and yelling. No. She changed. She really did change. You know what I mean? I can really say that girl changed. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, to say, how people can just slander you and put you out there and make it seem like it's something that it's not. And for you to be so calm and understanding and for you to feel like you need to apologize, that's how you know you grown. That's how I know you surpassed a lot of things. But when I went to the office, I had recorded me going into the office, but I put my phone in my bosoms, and something told me to put it where the camera can see her, because she sits when you walk in the office. This young lady her desk is right in front of the door, and she was ready. She saw me through the mirror coming in, and she went through the glass, and she was, had her little face, and I think, look, and I'm gonna tell you something. When you surpass a lot of things, a woman like me, it don't bother me. It don't bother, but I'm damn sure gonna expose you. You can bring whatever you want to bring, witches, wedlocks, they still can't beat me. They can't do shit. I got a whole Jezebel in my spirit and can't do nothing with me, baby. Nothing. They're giving you orders to fuck with me. They need a whole pack. Okay? That let you know that I got something that ain't nobody else can fall in order with. Okay? That's a big difference between me and a human. Okay? Because I'm her old spirit over here. I don't need no witch book. Okay? I don't need to cast no spell. So I'm saying all this to say, when all this went on, I had money. And she kept on trying to raise spiritual, like try to raise anger, projecting anger on me to go after this lady. And I had to sit down in my unit, y'all, and I had to tap within myself. I say, this woman ain't done me nothing. But I could tell you something. When I first moved here and I met that lady, I was so scared and paranoid being in this apartment. I don't know. I just, I haven't been on my own, living in my own home for a minute. And when I moved here, I was freaked because the man upstairs was making noise. And then when I came, when all the other stuff went on, and they brought me to a nut home, y'all, a nut home. And that's on my page too. And I came back home. That man upstairs was gone. He was no longer here, living here. And I kept hearing shit in that unit upstairs. And I'm up in here. And I had a TV, but I still would hear shit. And I would go and tell Miss Kim, I said, Miss Kim, I believe somebody's in that unit. I'm hearing people in that unit. It's like somebody's walking the damn floors. And she was the lady who came to me, the same lady that came against me and, was yelling at and coming at me. She said, baby, she came and walked up to me because she knew I was freaked. You can hear it in my voice. And she said, baby, I don't know what you did or what you told that man, but that no one's here. No one's there. You okay? You're fine. And I just started crying because I was really scared. I was genuinely scared, because I'm like, anxiety, like panicking the inside. Like I know nobody not there, but just hearing the noise. So I'm just blasting the TV. You know what I mean? So moving on to say how people can spread a rumor and how things can turn around and people come up against you and use people to come up against you just for their own selfish reasons. It was one time where I told a lady what was going on when I had to call the police and about my person coming in my home and disrespecting me and doing things, and I had to call the police. And how I told her, explained to her, like I kind of knew what was going on. He's upset because I'm leaving, and that is what it is. I have to leave. I have to move on. I'm gonna tell you something about a chosen person. I cannot be the only one in this energy, grounded, have spiritual abundance, and rich in spirit, and be only out here putting in the work in and have two people pulling from my energy. That's taking me off of my balance, and you pulling and gaining from me. Putting my sexual energy, you leaving me drowned and empty with nothing. You stealing my life force energy. I can't be stable. I can't live like that. So I have no choice but to move on because I am who I am. I'm abundant. And I'm sharing, and me sharing my energy or my energy or my spirit with the wrong people is what God not going to sit with. My spirit don't sit well with these people in my energy. I am not me. And I can really say it because what I do with these readings is not me. Like doing these readings, I'm in spirit. I am breaking down a spiritual crime. I know that. But I don't like doing tarot. That is not my lifestyle. I don't live like that. I don't involve myself like that. But it's helping me solve my case that's been committed to being going on with me. So y'all, saying this to say, how she changed up on me, and how I know, they use the people to operate with me, because we had an understanding. And when a woman talked, we had looked eye to eye. And I said, I just want peace. I just want peace. It don't have to be that. I just want peace. And I kind of teared up. And I'm looking at this lady. She tearing up too. Because she like, damn, like I understand that. Like, like this lady don't bother nobody. Like, she done came to my home and I'm blasting gospel music. Like, and I'm asking her, certain things about, what to do if I can't use this or that or whatever. It was just things I was asking her, and she had to come in to look at certain things and unstop my toilet and things like that. Like, unstop my zinc, like, and I didn't feel like, it was a problem between me and her until that day. And it never was, because I had respect. And even though she don't respect me, I had to go in the office today, and I had, hello, how you doing? I said, is Miss Kim's not here? She said, no. I said, when she'll be back? Will she come back today? No. And, I was like, okay. I said, well, did you know if things got taken care of? She said, no, not today. It didn't. I said, oh, okay. And I left it like that. I left out. But I'm always respectful. I'm always respectful. But due to the situation, let's step back into this banking information, y'all. I'm sitting here, and I'm saying to myself, they have to be having some type of information to my bank. They got to have some type of information to my bank account. Because how the hell did y'all know I got paid? And to be honest with you, my bank would normally send me I was normally getting notifications. Y'all, I'm not getting notifications from my bank. And I had 2 attempts to change my bank twice, and I didn't. Something in my spirit was just like, you don't need to change your bank information. But I feel like that what they doing is organized crime. And the crime that they doing is they're allowing these people to do what they do to set themselves up. Okay? For this organized crime. Because as soon as something come missing on my account, they know who to go to and go arrest. They know who it is. So it ain't like these people are not aware. But it's not even like they don't even understand what's going on. But they're identity spying. They're spiritually spying. Okay? And this is how they commit crimes and shit. This is how they thieve. They steal from people by committing these type of spiritual crimes. So you got to be mindful of what people doing and how people doing shit to you, because you want to know how somebody pulling shit off and how people doing certain things. And now it's aligning with itself. It's aligning. It's making sense now. Okay? And these people is after your money. There's money owed to you, and they after that. They're after that. Because I'm going to tell you something. It's gone to the point where I don't know if him and this person have gotten into it. This Jezebel lady. I don't know if him and her got into it. She's been telepathically talking, telling me to, to expose him for what he's been doing. And she's the one that's sending this man in. She's the one sending him. I'm listening to her. Like, I got up this morning and she said, I called my friend, and they were like, he was telling me to call. He said, call me. I'm like, I'm not calling you. I'm not fucking with you. Man, this shit over with. Like, I don't know what you're not understanding. Like, it's a wrap. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm telepathically saying this to my person. Like, nigga, this ain't working. This will never work with this spirit in my energy. Like, I can't stand this. I don't even know her. But just the fact of her knowing that you trying to control me and trying to bully me, and I don't know you, but you know everything about me. Like, baby, you got to. It's not even the fact that you know everything about me, but it's the fact that we 2 different people. You got to go. You got to get fuck out. Get the fuck out of my energy ASAP. But these type of things, you got to let God take control. Because I know a lot of people will say, girl, I don't went to a doctor, a witch doctor, and got this bitch gone about my energy, because, baby, this ain't going to happen. No, this ain't going to happen like that. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm powerful enough to allow God to handle what I can't handle because I refuse to go that route. And the reason why is because of my belief system. It's because of how I believe. I know God has got favor. I know God, if God showed up and he removed this woman out of my energy the first time, he'll do it again. And when he moving her and he letting me know who's the one that's sending her. And it's flawed. It's flawed. They work together in a partnership. They signed a blood contract about me, on me, and promising them what belongs to me. So now I'm aware of this shit, and it's like I would never look back to this young man. I would never give him the time of the day, because when I tell you I love that guy, I loved him. I love that man. I loved him. That's the true fact. And I would tell him, like, you don't even have to do love spells on me, baby. My feelings are real. My feelings are deep. So you ain't got to do that shit with me. So that there alone, I know it stuck with him. That there alone, for me being the genuine me and seeing where I came from in the connection to how the fuck I grew and how the fuck he still stuck. And I grew because you're not balanced, and you're not treating a person as they're supposed to be treated. You're robbing from them. You're robbing them. So you robbing and trying to control their comings and goings and holding on for dear life and acting and pretending like that bitch ain't important. That's what got you, your ego. You lost something good. You lost your whole fortune. Because, motherfucker, I'm a fortune. I'm silver, gold, and goddamn cinnamon, honey, and all the sweets, bummer gums, and sucking honey palms. I'm all that, baby. He done lost a whole treasure box. A whole treasure. But you treated me like trash. So guess what? I'm going to continue to take that trash out. Every time that motherfucker get full, I'm going to take that bitch out. Because you remind me that I was trash and not treasure. So at the end of the day, I respectfully respect myself as a woman for I scooped that low and let somebody have that type of authority over me to take that, to have me out here raiding with someone that I don't even know. And even if I did know him, I still wouldn't even scoop that low. And how would I say this? It's the whole point of the matter is, how the hell did y'all know that my money was in my motherfucking bank account? That's what the fuck I'm not understanding. How the hell did you know that? How the hell did you know? And the only thing I can say is you're spiritually spying. And this is spell work when you spiritual spy on somebody. And thievery. Stealing. Watching every move and every penny that I spend. Clocking my dollars. So, at the end of the day, y'all, this is just not right. But that let me know too that there's money being owed to me. There's money in a bank account that my family got money in, that money is owed to me, and sooner or later I'm going to receive that money. And these people watching and waiting to when I'm going to receive what it can come in and try to take from me. Yeah. And the Lord knows right now, y'all, I need everything I got. Everything I got, but I'm going to tell you right now, because I know they're going to watch my page. If I just so have a penny missing out my bank account, it's on and popping. I'm telling you right here, right now, because I'm hurting for a lot of things that I ain't got, but I'm not complaining. Lord knows I ain't complaining for what I don't got. Because I know what I don't got, he going to bless me with much more. And it's just his timing. It's just his timing. But I know for a fact that these the people that have been stealing from me. Spiritual stealing. And these people, I'm gonna say this. I have this was pushing me to do this shit too. I have what is it called? Next Spin debit card that I had back in 2016, 17, that I have with my, I had receiving checks from my kids on when my children was living with me. And I had ended up giving this man my information where he could order something offline for his truck. And I knew it was that I was told that it was speakers in that car that was purchased offline on my card. It was a lot of things that was purchased offline on my card, and money that was missing when I left my hometown and I went to Cali. I had received $50,000 for $50,000 I received for stimulus payments and back payments for me and my kids. And we lived off of that for almost 2 years when we left. And don't you know, some of that money left so fast, I didn't even see it leave. I didn't know where the money went. And this is just letting me know that this person was stealing from me the whole time when I was gone. The whole time that I was away from the connection and moving on with my life and getting myself in order, this person was stealing the whole time. So it just leads me to go back into that to these services providers and get all the documentations that I need to pull up and to take this person down, because they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. They're not going to leave me alone. They're not going to chill. They're not going to fall back until I take this person down. And it's sad to say that, but this is where it's ended up. It ended up just like this. And it's giving me a hate crime. Like, you hate me that bad to do shit, to give me a reason to keep talking and talking and talking, and to keep posting and posting. Like, at one point in time, a person going to get tired of posting. We're going to get tired of posting. And we're going to take, and what's so crazy about it, I'm not going to say it like that, but it make you want to take things into your own hands and start, you know, and it's going to end up being like that, you know. And it's, at the end of the day, it's going to require me to get a lawyer. And because I got enough evidence. I got enough evidence about a whole lot. And they're helping me. They're helping me build the case upon them. It is what it is, you know. And looking forward to this, y'all. There will be evidence posted up after this video. I will post this video. There will be evidence of the video of the situation that happened in my apartment. Not only that, but there will be a video of the video posted of Bank of America calling me. I do have a video of that, and I will post that too. And I want to say this: if anybody ever had Chase debit cards or had Chase cards come to your home in the mail, I want you guys to know this: when you purchase those cards, I want you to know they have I didn't know this either. It's been a while since I ordered one of those cards. But Bank of America, not Bank of America, Chase debit card, they have on the account, they have hold on, y'all, I'm trying to do something, and I'm talking at the same time trying to do something. I'm going to concentrate on what I'm doing. Make no mess over here. So they have the bank information, not alone the banking information, but they have the account routing number, the address, and the banking telephone number on that account for Chase. And I said, I'll be damned. I know for a fact I'm not going to be able to use this card. I'm not, because it's too much information on the card. It's way too much information. So I said, my bad, y'all. I said, I'm not going to use that. It's pointless for me to use that card, because I use that card, and all it's going to do is have that person have more access to my account. even if I get another card. So the cards that I have already on file with these people, I literally know for sure I gotta take that card off my phone. I gotta take it off my account. I can't use the card. Can't use none of the cards that they give me because that person have access to a lot of information that was on that card. So now it's just showing that showing more that there is money out there that's owed to me, and these people after me behind my money. So I might be a rich motherfucker. I might be rich and they after all of it. Everything I got. And right now I ain't got nothing, but you know when you rich in spirit. That's how I know it gotta be a lot of money. Because I'm rich in spirit. I dress a certain way. I conduct myself a certain way. So I'm wealthy in spirit. And they after what I got. And they keep saying my son's name. They keep saying my son Chester's name. Every time I start doing these readings and these messages, they start talking about my child. And as to say they're supposed to have some type of control of me. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry about that, y'all. So, I will be posting videos. Okay, but I want to say this. There is a lot that's owed to me. And these people basically trying to take me down or take me out for my money. And I'm not going for it. They trying to bully me. She trying to really, the comic is really trying to bully me out of what's owed to me. And that ain't going to happen. I'm telling you now, that ain't going to happen. You know, and I know they're mad too because they cannot throw what they've done to me on me. So they tried to swipe destinies with me, in which they have done this in the past. And I'm just not going for a lot. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it, you know. I've been through a lot, and their time with Eric is up. Their time with me is up. Ain't no second chances. Ain't no look backs. Ain't no, you know, I apologize, I'm sorry. Ain't none of that. These people knew what was going on with me before I even met these people. That's how organized this was. These people observed and watched me and was sunk in through my family. And I can't even say this is a hate crime. Because these people don't have nothing to hate me about. These people don't have no problem with me. They want what I got. And that's not a problem. That's a thief. So stay tuned because the videos will be loaded up onto the channel.